Too many leaders, not enough leadership. Now, I'm curious, in your organization, does this ring true? In your organization, do you have too many leaders, people in positions of power, authority, and influence who don't demonstrate leadership? Think for a second. Take 10 seconds. Think about it. I'll count with you. When you think about the people in your organization, are they demonstrating leadership? Those people at the top, those people have power, they have authority. Do they demonstrate leadership? Yes or no? You thought about them. You know who they are. Doesn't take that long. You work with them. Let me ask you this question now. What did they do to demonstrate leadership this week? Can you think about that? Can you pinpoint something in your mind today that they did this week that demonstrated leadership? And if you can't, too many leaders, not enough leadership. But here's the thing though, too, is that it's so much easier for us to look outward and say like, oh, this person's not demonstrating leadership, or yeah, this person, they're just in a position of power, but they abuse it or they don't do it. And listen, I get it. There's a lot of people out there in positions of power who do abuse it. They're driven by selfishness. They're driven by ego. They like to micromanage. They might fuel office politics. They might talk behind someone's back. I could sit here and list out all the ways that people don't demonstrate leadership who are in positions of power. But that's not why I created this video today. Why I created this video today was for you. It's easy for you to look outwards, but how easy is it for you to turn and look in that mirror and ask yourself, how did I demonstrate leadership today? And who did I demonstrate leadership with? Today, we're too busy pointing the finger outwards. When you point that finger outwards, make sure you point that thumb towards yourself as well. Ask yourself the same question that you would ask of someone else. And the reason we do that is because it increases our ability to lead others well. When we can increase our self-awareness as to what we do behaviorally, then my goodness, what a great place to start to understand how I'm demonstrating leadership every single day. If at the end of the day, you're brushing your teeth and you sat there and you asked that question, how did I demonstrate leadership today? And who did I demonstrate leadership with? Start journaling. Start notes in your phone. I couldn't think of a better question to ask myself at the end of the day if I'm on my leadership journey trying to do my best to lead, to serve others. Because at the end of the day, that's what my purpose is. Trying to help make the world a better place. One person, one leader, one team, one organization, one community at a time. And we can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. But it's what gets me up in the morning. It's actually one of the reasons why I love working with nonprofits. And I go on a little tangent here. You know, I'm going to do this frequently for everybody and share some leadership insights around resilience, self-leadership. I'll get into a lot of that later on as you follow the content. But I also want to give shout outs to nonprofits. There's one reason for that. Hope. Today, we look at how people act, people in positions of power, and we lose hope. We think our world is getting worse. But when I work with nonprofits and I see all the great work they're doing, man, does it fill me with just so much hope and optimism and faith that our world is getting better because there's a lot of good people out there doing really good work. And every single day when I do one of these shows, I got to do a shout out. I got to tag some nonprofits in here to give some attention, give some light to those people who are doing great things. And today I'd love to shout out Cimarol. They do some great work providing housing solutions for people who need housing, people who have physical or intellectual disabilities. And they provide them many different housing options. And we know how important home is. We say that home is where the heart is. Yeah, well, home is where you feel a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of comfort. We don't talk about a hierarchy of needs. We know safety is second on that pyramid. And home is where you feel safe. And they provide that safety. They provide that physiological need to people that they serve. So I want to give out a shout out to Jeff Daly, the CEO. Give a shout out to Daria, the director of HR. I got to give a shout out to my friend Rita. Rita took leadership development with me at University of Winnipeg PACE program. And Rita, if you're watching this, I still remember the speech you gave. Absolutely incredible, my friend. But in any case, I want to keep these videos nice and short. I want to give an insight. I want to give a shout out. I'm going to try to do this a little bit more often. It's been a while since I've done some content. And I've sat back and I'll do some longer form later on and get into it and tell you why I'm coming back and what this is all about. But remember that takeaway today, folks. Too many leaders, not enough leadership. Don't be the person out there thinking you're the leader without demonstrating it yourself. Never forget that.